G'day team, and welcome back again for another cigar review. I'm Sam Spur. I'm the Asia Pacific editor of Cigar Journal magazine. You can check out some of my stuff over at unicodesde1979.com. But tonight we are reviewing the Arturo Fuente Rosado Gran Reserva R52 Magnum. 52 by 5 inches long, so classic Robusto size. Now it's not, I've had a few of these previously, but I do have to thank Ray Oi from Cigars Lounge here in Malaysia for sending this across. I've had a few of these before. They aren't an Opus X. It's got Fuente on the band, so you know it's still going to be quality. It's not an Opus X. Don't approach it as an Opus X, but I think they're pound for pound one of the best value cigars around at the moment. You know, and they've been on the market for 10 plus years. There's a reason behind that. They're obviously very popular. Nice taste profile, I'll go into that in a bit more detail. Similar format to before, I won't be gas bagging too much, we'll just jump straight into it. So that's enough of me, let's get into it so that I don't take up more than 5 or 6 minutes of your time. Cheers! Just started smoking this Arturo Fuente Rosado Gran Reserva. Moving through the first third, there's plenty of red pepper notes, paprika, soft sort of black pepper there as well. Definitely so far a light to medium bodied smoke, nothing too strong. It's early evening here in Malaysia, enjoying another lockdown due to COVID-19. So wherever you are in the world, if you're out and about, enjoy. If you're under lockdown, I know the feeling, grab a cigar and enjoy, make the most of it. But yeah, so far this is going very well. Light to medium bodied. Lots of nice pepper notes in there, not much spice, not much else perceptible at the moment, but it's early days yet. We'll see what comes. Cheers. Here we are getting through the first third and into the second. So far there's been a slight change up in that pepperiness that I mentioned initially. There's a sweet, lovely sweet peppery note in the aroma that sort of comes and goes. You got to be quite in tune with your cigar and not distracted to be able to pick it up. More importantly, on the retrohale, there's an intense black pepper note, which is quite enlivening and mixes it up a little bit. So if you're not a fan of retrohaling, perhaps it's a good chance to try it with this cigar. But definitely give it a go because it does open up a whole new layer of flavors and aromas. But obviously, if it's not your thing, then definitely don't make it part of your rotation in terms of how you engage with a cigar, because it is your cigar after all. But so far, still in that sort of, I wouldn't say it's light-bodied anymore, creeping up to that medium-bodied aspect, medium-bodied sort of flavor and intensity. And obviously that ash you can see there is just absolutely stunning. I'm just waiting to tap it off, but then again, it could last for another inch or so. You can see that it's impeccably constructed. Like I said originally, it's not a Opus X. Carlito or Jose Blanco, if you're watching, feel free to send me some and I'll do a review. But it definitely fills a spot, obviously, in the Fuente production of that sort of approachable, light to medium-bodied cigar. Coming up to the through the last third, almost up to the nub. So far, I've got to say, if you're a fan of peppery cigars, this is the one for you. You've got a myriad of flavors. You've got the black pepper there, you've got the red pepper there. If you're paying close attention, you've got really sweet pepper notes in there. The retrohale gives an intense black pepper aroma. So if you're a fan of peppery cigars, definitely one to try. Even if you're not, it's a good light, medium-bodied smoke, nothing too overpowering in terms of body. So it's very approachable, especially if you're a newbie to cigars and don't want anything that's going to knock you around. But definitely one to put on your rotation. As I mentioned before, it has been on the market for over 10 years now. You know, it's coming up to sort of that classic status. If you're not familiar with it, definitely go out and try one. If you are, I'm sure you might feel like lighting up one now. But overall, very enjoyable. As I mentioned before, it's not an Opus X, but it's Fuente. It's fantastic quality. And you know, if you're sort of on that looking to try Fuente, budget might be a concern, this one is definitely one to look out for. So grab some, enjoy, and light up and savor a Fuente cigar. Cheers, see you next time.